EA Sports. It's in the game.
Somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, please stop me.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Woo! Wait, 10!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and that'll make it third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Brady. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They go play action here on first down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, 26 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Brady now to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 50 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Breeze. They've got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his second touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Wait, 20. 29. Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Tackle made by Ramon Humber.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Waiting. Got it. Two.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He'll let it fly, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. Lutz now to kick this one away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. On play action, it's Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turn.